Hey, welcome to everybody, and thank you all for attending today on this beautiful day when I'm sure you could have thought of some other things to do. Very much appreciate you being here. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Tom Hayhurst, as you know, and every candidate has his story. And sometimes these stories are heroic, and sometimes there's some grand achievement that, my story is far more simple than that, as some of you who are here with whom I've grown up literally know. My story is about hard work and Hoosier values that were instilled in me before I first went off to college, back at a time when I was making the big decision about what I was going to do with my life. And I heard the call of John Kennedy, and a few here heard John Kennedy say those words, and everybody else read those words over the years. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So I was drawn between medicine and public service, even then, a few short decades ago. But very wise mentor, actually city councilman in Fort Wayne by the name of John Robinson. I didn't know his political party then. In fact, that's how I think we all need to think. Who cares? Wise mentor lived across the street from me right in this community by the name of John Robinson. Said, look, if medicine was a true interest, that I should follow that and learn about life, learn about the challenges that people face every day and how to help them. And then when I build a life out in the real world, so to speak, with a real job, that I could better serve my community. I think it was very wise advice, and I've always appreciated that, and that guided my life. So it gave me a career that's been extraordinarily rewarding over the last few years. 30 years as a critical care physician here in Northeast Indiana. It's shown me the tough sides of life, the struggles so many face every day. I was actually very impressed and shocked, or could use various words to describe it, as a young physician taking care of a business executive at one moment, and somebody that had perhaps passed out on the street or was sleeping under a bridge at the next moment, a blue-collar worker the next moment. I've seen the whole swath of life, and I think it's been good for me to be exposed to every type of person, every type of challenge that people face. It's also shown me the tough sides of life and the struggles that people face every day. It's made me understand how precious life is and how difficult it is for many, and how if we work together, we can make life, this world, a better place for all of us. So that motivated me. That experience motivated me to help those in need by co-founding one and being a city volunteer at other free health clinics in the area where I've been honored to serve. I served honorably in the United States Air Force. I know about dedication and the sacrifice of our military. When threats to local services for our veterans arose, I rallied with others to start Veterans for Better Health Care. And from the grassroots, I fought to retain essential services here at this regional VA hospital, and for the tens of thousands of veterans in this area, for whom I have the deepest respect. I'm not a career politician. We have way too many of those in both parties in Washington, D.C. right now. I'm a citizen legislator. That's how I think about myself, and that's how I want you to think about me. I know how to get things done. It's a skill I honed through life, but especially after 12 years, or during 12 years, as a city council member here in Fort Wayne, while also making a point to take good care of my medical patients. In the end, public service is always about building a better community and a better country. And that's my passion. With 2 kids and 4 grandkids, it can't be any other way. That's a driving force for me to be running in the first place. So these are tough times, we all know that. And there are difficult issues that we face that test us all. We need to add every ounce of our energy to focus on turning the economy around and returning good jobs to Northeast Indiana, reforming the Wall Street banks and the abuses that cause our financial problems, and getting a solid handle on federal spending, absolutely. And I'm ready to tackle these issues and more. That's why I'm here today to announce my candidacy for the special election for representative of Indiana's 3rd Congressional District. And that's why turning out. We're going to get the job done this year, over the next few months. We're going to win this election and bring some good, solid representation to Northeast Indiana for the first time in quite a few years. questions, I'd rather do them one-on-one, but I know folks have different schedules. I'm willing to sit down one-on-one with media and handle any questions you might have. If there are, so I'll toss that out as a preference, but I'm willing to go either way. If you want to ask me questions, feel free to do so. Including guests, the media or guests, if anybody wants to toss anything out. Go ahead. We can, yes, sir.
What is your stand on healthcare reform?
Well, I'm a firm believer we need to make sure every citizen has affordable health care. I've always been very much of an incrementalist. I began to think that way, I think, more and more as a city council member. And I think if we tackle problems in a step-by-step fashion, we can often reach the solution in a better way than massive sweeping programs. So I will say my goal is to make sure every American has affordable health care. There are a lot of different ways to get there. It needs to be highest possible quality at lowest possible cost. We need to focus on cost of health care, absolutely. Other comments? Any media? Yeah, Bob.
What do you think? What do you think is likely to be the top issue for the next Congress?
I'd say jobs and the economy, and that actually fits very well with my entire reason for having been involved in government and politics this last 15 to 20 years. I have always worked in any and every way I could to bring more jobs and higher quality jobs in Northeast Indiana. There's been a lot of talk about our unemployment rates in this area, which are literally at depression levels, and those have gotten a little better. What I'm talking about, and I'm actually trying to raise awareness about for those that might not know, although most folks have been hit in some way by this, is this 15 to 20 year, frankly, during the service of our recently departed congressman, during this 15 to 20 year downhill slide in the economy of this area. I don't think anybody's been fighting at a national level from here in the 3rd District, or representing the 3rd District at a national level, for better jobs, more jobs, higher quality jobs like